Hey everyone, it's Ryan March with Disney Files Magazine, and I'm on my way to pick up a special friend who is going to host this episode of Disney Drop-In. Her name is Marcy Carriker Smothers, and if you recognize that name, you might own the book Eat Like Walt, The Wonderful World of Disney Food, or you may have seen more recently that Marcy co-authored with Pam Brandon the book Delicious Disney Walt Disney World in celebration of the 50th anniversary. I am taking Marcy today to a place that I've actually never been to either. It is called the Flavor Lab. It's a secret backstage location where Disney chefs develop all future recipes from food to cocktails for Walt Disney World restaurants. To say Marcy is excited about this would be a gross understatement, so I'm gonna go pick her up, then I'll jump behind one of the cameras and Marcy will take it from there. See you soon.
Hi.
Hi, Bobby.
Hi.
I am so excited to be here. This is probably the most incredible attraction at Walt Disney World ever, and nobody knows about it, and you've invited me. I hope it's not a mistake. You're expecting Marcy Carriker Smothers here, right?
You're in the right place,
Okay.
Marcy.
All
Thank you for
right,
being
great.
here. But before we can do anything, I gotta give you credentials. We can't go anywhere without your credentials. So, not a lot of people get these, so this is special for you, okay?
I collect credentials.
You do?
And I also collect menus. So
Perfect.
maybe a menu at the end, and I'll have the perfect.
We got plenty of those.
Oh my! Can I walk through this through the Magic Kingdom? And show people? Flavor Lab. I'm at the Flavor Lab. Okay.
Absolutely. Now we can continue.
Okay. Excellent. All right.
Before anything, let's go to the bar, get you a drink.
Start out at the bar. I like your style. Hi, Stephanie.
Hey there, how are you today?
I am so excited to be here, and I want to first ask you, what is the role of beverage director?
Wow, so it's a unique role. There's only one of us, and we help manage the portfolio for all of Walt Disney World, and we partner globally with our partners across the site-wide.
And you're a mixologist as well?
Hi, yes.
You develop recipes. Do you have one signature recipe or one cocktail in all of Walt Disney World Resort that is your favorite?
I think in Steakhouse 71, that was our first project as a team, and so the cold brew and tonic is one of my favorite ones there. It has a house-made vanilla bean cream that we partnered with pastry to make, and so it's just excellent.
All right, so what do we have here?
So these are actually two concepts we're working on right now. This is part of our zero proof and mocktail portfolio, focusing really in on the fresh juices and just a little bit of sparkling to add to it, so yeah.
All right, thank you. And this is very cool. Is the Flavor Lab also involved with how the serving vessels and the cups would?
We do. So this one was actually created for the 50th. For the 50th of mine, you'll see all the characters featured around it for that whimsical approach. So that as you're going through the parks, you just have something nice as you're delighting in your beverage.
Cheers, chef.
Cheers. All right, Marcy. So the Flavor Lab is really divided into three unique areas: create, eat, and drink, where we just were. So let's start out with create. And this is really the space where we all come together on a weekly basis. We have our meetings, we discuss ideas, we have training involved here. We also have vendors that come and do presentations. Matter of fact, earlier this week, we had one of the top whiskey producers in the country do a demonstration. So that was very exciting for our group. So this is where, some of the work gets done, It's not the cooking part, but this is where some of the key decisions get made. We come together and discuss future ideas and projects, and we take it from there.
So essentially, the Flavor Lab is the Imagineering of food.
100%.
All right.
Yes.
Another cheers on that.
Cheers to that.
All
Yes,
right.
absolutely. I'm going to give you a sneak peek at one of the concepts that we are currently working on. You got to understand one thing. A lot of the work that happens here is strictly confidential. Not a lot of people get to see it, hear about it, or anything.
That's what makes it so special.
So it makes it very special. I can't tell you where this is going. I can't tell you what's involved, but
Can I guess?
You can definitely guess by what's on the table. This is the concept itself right here. We have our plates, we have our silverware, our cups, some pictures of food, and this is part of the development. And I'm going to leave it at that.
Okay, but may I ask, as part of the development, it's not just the food we eat. It's like we talked about earlier, it's the vessels we drink in, it's the tablescapes, it's the way it's presented, it's the way it's decorated, the way it's seasoned, the way it's stylized.
100%.
All of that comes into Flavor Lab, not just the flavor itself, but the complete presentation.
We have meetings just to discuss cups and what type of cup, what color, what size, what style. Same with plates, for example. Let me show you this one. So part of this concept that makes it very, very unique is this looks like a regular paper plate from a barbecue, backyard barbecue, but it actually is a bone china plate that we have selected to look like a disposable plate.
And so I'm just, you know, as the park geek, and you know, I'm spying a bucket of soldiers, and I'm spying the barrel of monkeys. So might this be something I'll see at Toy Story Land one day?
This might definitely could be one of those. Absolutely.
I know you're not going to tell me, right? There's no way to beat it out of you, but yeah.
Yeah, so it's going to be a very delicious barbecue forward concept with some characters that you definitely know. All right, Marcy, welcome to the kitchen.
This is the inner sanctum. This is like going backstage at Rise of the Resistance. It's like being the opportunity to understand how you make all the magic that we all get to eat. And as a home cooker, this is especially fun.
This is where a lot of the work that turns into magic happens. So welcome to our production kitchen. The cool thing about this place, this is where we actually test recipes, and this is where a lot of the hard work actually happens.
So typically, how long do you have to do research and development and recipe testing before it makes its way to the parks and the resorts?
I would say on average, a concept from beginning to end will take anywhere to 3 to 4 years.
That's how long it takes to make an animated Pixar or Walt Disney animation film. So that's the same thing. So how do you possibly stay ahead of the trends, like figure out, well, right now maybe churros are popular, but you've got to figure out 5 years from now what's going to be a popular food or ingredients or...
Great question. So the thing we need to understand is that we start from the moment we have the story. We don't do anything without a story. And we get that from our Imagineering partners, right? So that just makes it even more exciting to create, to think outside the box, to actually do research on the story itself and dive deep into what food could be.
Because we eat with our eyes too, right? So that might be the first thing, what it looks like, and the next thing is what it tastes like.
Yes.
But it all is always part of the story.
Correct. And this is where that happens. This is where we decide, does this fit that story? Does this make sense? Does it look good? Is it going to be relevant in the next 3 years? One of the very cool things about the space is that we have the equipment, we can bring in the equipment that is actually going to be in the restaurant. So let's say we're working with pizzas or conveyor belts, we have that here. Once we're done with the concept, we can take it out and bring the next piece of equipment in that we will need. All right, Marcy, so welcome to our eat counter.
Wow.
This is what we call our on-stage kitchen here at the Flavor Lab. And this is where we execute tastings for presentations. So once we have the menu idea, once we have the dishes, our executive team comes and then we show it to them. And then we cook it out here. And as we cook, we present and then they discuss the dishes, the flavors, does it fit the theme, does it fit the volume of the location, and then those decisions get made in this room. This right here is a concept we're working on for a DVC property. So it's gonna be a deli style location, fast casual if you will. Okay. But we have a lot of pride in because we're baking the bread in-house. We're roasting the meats and then slicing them in-house. And we're building the sandwiches or the soups or the salads when you order them. So that's really, really important for us to maintain that quality. So if you like, we can sit down and we can have a chat.
All right, well, look at all this. I wonder if there's anything I might sample since we're in the Flavor Lab.
Sure.
And we're at the Eat Counter, also known as the E-Ticket Counter. I mean, it's always going to be the E-Ticket adventure for me. This is the greatest attraction at Walt Disney World.
That no one knows.
And no one knows about, and I got experience, and I have the credential for life to prove it.
Absolutely.
Okay, so what from the E-Ticket attraction at the Eat Counter may I taste?
You are going to taste our house-roasted turkey sandwich. Okay, so this right here is our own house-made ciabatta bread that we proof and bake in-house. Turkey that we created a spice blend for here at the Flavor Lab. We roast and slice at the location. It's a very classic sandwich, but it's a very delicious sandwich that anybody can gravitate towards to. If you're hungry, if you are looking for a snack, if you're a picky eater, this one will definitely satisfy.
This has been, I mean that, a dream come true. Thank you for sharing the Flavor Lab with me, sharing it with all of us, and I'm about to dive into this beautiful quality roast turkey sandwich with the homemade ciabatta and the special spice mix and the beautiful produce which we can see around it. And you want to have any?
Enjoy, sure.
Okay, what? You cheer? I just thought we might, let's do a chef cheer, right? Cheers.
Cheers.
Okay.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.